You're watching the morning news on Global Edmonton.
David Papp, who's an online security expert, joins us now with some advice on how to stay connected safely. Morning, David.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming in. We're talking about the
it's essentially what we call phishing scams. And what that means, and you spell phishing with a PH,
right.
It's essentially identity theft or identity fraud online. The people are pretending to be somebody they aren't. And they're sending, in this case, emails back and forth. That was an exchange.
Computers, because they were always on, got infected. And when your computer gets infected by a virus or malware or spyware or whatever, what happens is that your computer becomes a zombie in somebody's army.
And I use it for online purchases. I even use it... Only? You got it. Even when I travel, it's got a low limit. So even if somebody found out about it, they couldn't actually go have fun with it.
Everything online wants a password, and it's getting crazy. What I'm cautioning you is don't use the same password. Don't make it so that your bank PIN is the same as your luggage tag, which is the same as your door code opener, which is the same as your online password for your accounts. Don't use that. It's too common. You have to use a different...
I mean, you would think there would be some sort of checks, like make a phone call to the company.
Make a phone call.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that how easy it is? I mean, are these the kind of things that
Yes.
there's just some safeguards, some double checks?
Yeah. If it sounds suspicious or you're not quite sure, you're hesitant, there's a good reason for that. Don't act on it right now. And what happens in these cases is there's scare tactics. They're trying to pressure you to make a decision on the spot so you don't have time to think about it.
Does this happen a lot?
Yes. Absolutely.
Could it happen to me?
Embed inside Twitter, it's got to be inside that string. You have to build up a huge following in order to be effective. You have to update it frequently. There's a huge amount of noise to compete with. I feel that
the children these days need to be taught the concerns of your digital paper trail that you're creating for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There's no delete button. The worst one is Facebook, because most people treat Facebook as a popularity contest. And
now, the one that you were telling me off air scares you the most are the smart TVs.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about it. I mean, just like you were mentioning off air about iPhone 6 now records, is listening for Siri commands. Well, your smart TVs do that as well. So you're sitting in the living room.
The note is if it says HTTPS, the letter S, it's generally a secure connection. What does that mean? It means that there's an encryption certificate between your web browser and the web server between, so that people in between can't see the communication.
I would never do online banking on those, put it that way, on local Wi-Fi, even in a coffee shop and stuff. There are people who are sniffing, listening to the airwaves. Most of them, they don't even know all the friends that they have or friends of friends, and they're sharing out huge amounts of information.
We now have this birth of capabilities to push out huge amounts of whatever it is, video, data, downloads, files. You are on the internet and you can participate.
Have them try to compromise your website to probe it for vulnerabilities.
And who are these people they should be hiring to do this?
Online security professionals. There are a number of them that are out there.
And security expert David Papp says is necessary in the rapidly changing world.
There is state-sponsored. There are terrorist threats out there. They've publicly made this, available. They use things like social media to communicate and disperse information.
Yes, I mean, you have to be very aware online and doubt anything that comes in, like doubt the legitimacy. Don't click on links, don't open those attachments, have updated malware scanners. Don't fall for scare tactics. That's typically they try to pressure you in these situations. Basically, be aware. And if you don't know, don't act on it.
Okay.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. That's a good advice. Thanks so much for joining us.
Anytime.